Well, hello, good afternoon, and welcome to downtown Rabat. This is a quarter-final day from the 2026 Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. Those of you watching will already have seen an absolute thriller between Tanzania and Algeria. That resulting in a 3-3 draw, going to penalties. The Tanzanians going through 4-3 on spot kicks to make our first semi-finalist. Senegal and Mali in very much a West African derby here this afternoon, looking to join Tanzania in that last four and hoping to book themselves a spot in those semi-finals against either the Ivory Coast, Ivoire or Egypt. Well, for Senegal, it's been a bit of an up and down journey to these quarterfinals so far. Starting off with a bit of a shock 2-1 loss against South Africa in their opening game. South Africa would go on to finish bottom of Group D. Senegal, meanwhile, would bounce back with a 1-0 win against Ghana and a 2-1 win then against Algeria, leaving them at top of Group D. Algeria and Ghana, by the way, separated by the drawing of lots. None of the other usual tiebreakers, goals scored, goals against, or anything like that managed to separate those two. Ghana going into the playoffs for a World Cup spot where they were beaten on penalties by Uganda, by the way. 8-7 on penalties, that one. Mozambique also beating Ethiopia in the other playoff, so Uganda and Mozambique join all of our quarter-finalists in the Under-17s World Cup. That'll be taking place in Qatar later this year for the second of 5 consecutive World Cups to be played every year. FIFA saying they want more World Cups for the lower age groups just to help make sure there's some sort of a development path for these young players. Meanwhile, Mali, well, also slow starters in this tournament. 0-0 against Angola in their opening game. That's Angola's only point of the group stage. They then drew 1-1 against Mozambique, having to come from behind in that one. Mozambique, of course, then beating Ethiopia on penalties to also go through to the World Cup. And in the final game, they had to win, and they did as well. 2-1 against group winners Tanzania, who'd won their previous 2 games, both by 3 goals to nil against Mozambique and Angola. A big result there for them. Tanzania, of course, were already through to the quarterfinals before that game was played. So 2 teams here that started slow, but looks like they're building into this tournament nicely. Well, the 2-time winners of this competition back in 2015 and 2017. On those occasions, both times, of course, going to the World Cup. They lost 2-0 to Nigeria in the World Cup final in 2015. They went out to Spain in the semi-finals 2 years later, and also lost to Brazil in the 3rd-4th playoff match. Both these teams got through their groups as well in the Under-17s World Cup at the end of last year. Mali actually bowing out in the round of 16 there, while Senegal actually went out in the last 32, 1-0 against Uganda. Well, Uganda will be going back. Again, Uganda actually were very impressive in that World Cup, by the way. Really played a free-flowing, very attacking brand of football. We're just waiting now for the players and our officials, and there they are indeed, about to take to the pitch here at the Mohammed VI football complex here. So on the outskirts of the Moroccan capital. And for the vast majority of these players, this will be perhaps the biggest game of their lives so far. Chance to move into the semi-finals, get one step closer to the final. two semi-finals and the final, by the way, will be played in the Moulay Al Hassan Stadium in Rabat. So a big treat for the players if they can get through this match into the semis. There are our officials for this one, led by Lucky Kasalewe from Uganda, our referee for this one. It looks like we're just about ready then for the national anthems.
Ladies and gentlemen, please dance for the national anthem of Senegal.
So we start off with the Senegalese national anthem, Le Lion Rouge.
And now the national anthem of Mali. والآن نشيد الوطني Mali.
So Le Mali. Well, great to see both sets of players really getting into their respective anthems there. As I say, this very much a West African derby. Local pride will be at stake between these two neighbouring countries, both of which, especially Senegal, have really blossomed in recent years. And here is then the Senegal lineup for this one. The captain, Hassan Sarr, continues in goal. In fact, just one change made, in fact, from the 11 that beat Algeria 2-1 in that final group game. That sees Ibrahima Sow, the number 13, come back into the side in place of the Ibrahima Dione. Sow back from suspension after picking up 2 yellows in the first 2 games. Ibrahima Dione, meanwhile, also picked up 2 yellows after also getting the winner against Ghana on match day 2. So he's out for a single game and hoping his teammates can drag him into the semi-finals and maybe a return into the starting lineup. There are also our officials, Lucky Kasalewe from Uganda. The referee assistants for this one, Nancy Kasitu from Zambia and Brianton Musisi, also from Uganda. The fourth official for this one, Emmanuel Mensah from Liberia. There are our captains there, Hassan Sarr on the left, Ismail Kamisoko on the right. Both players playing every minute of the tournament so far. Let's have a quick look then at the Mali lineup. Well, they beat Tanzania in their final group game by 2-1. That meant they came through in second place behind Tanzania, the group winners. No changes made from that side. That means Abdoulaye Toure continues up top, having grabbed both goals against Tanzania. And that's a very well-established back four as well, starting. This will be the third out of 4 games they've all started together. In fact, this will be the 4th game, in fact. They've started every game together. That defensive unit of Mali conceded just 2 goals in that group stage. As we edge ever closer to kick-off here in Morocco, in the second of these quarter-finals here. It's 2016 under-17. Sorry, 2026 even under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. Beautiful day here on the outskirts of the capital. About 28 degrees. It's actually hotter up in North and Western Europe at the moment than it is here in Morocco. 28 degrees, humidity just 48%, so it's a dry heat, not too draining, hopefully, for the players. So we get underway. Senegal all in white, kicking from right to left in the first half. Mali immediately trying to get the ball forwards there. They're going straight out for a goal kick. Well, for both sides, it's very much a dry run. Now ahead of the World Cup coming up, say later this year in Qatar for the 2nd consecutive year. Both of these sides as well, with a lot of 15 and 16-year-old players who could very well feature in not 1 but 2 or even 3 of these World Cups and Africa Cup of Nations. Well, there's a late high foot in there coming in from Mohamed. Oof. Wow, high foot. Oh, that's a strange decision there from Senegal from the free kick, just trying to blast it into as close to the corner flag as they could, trying to put the Eagles under pressure. Well, it doesn't seem to have worked very well now. What's the referee seen here? Must be something off the ball. It's just the 2nd minute as well. Just need that camera to pan a bit further right. Not quite sure what the referee's seen over there. Oh, it's the goalkeeper. It's gone down. I mean, there's not been any physical contact there. He must have clashed with someone. I wonder if he's clashed with his own players here. That's a bit strange. Didn't see anything obvious. He's not really touched the ball yet, apart from taking a goal kick, which he took short. Slightly concerning there, though, that the coach seemed to be checking for a concussion. Still no replay of what we think might have happened. Definite contact to the head. But again, how has that happened? He's not really moved much yet, as the Senegalese captain. Waiting on the bench is Daouda Alassane Ba, a 17-year-old from Generation Foot. He's been on the bench throughout the tournament so far. So we've had about a 2-minute delay there. And we're still not quite sure how he managed to get some sort of contact to the head. I don't think he's been anywhere near any of the opposition players so far. Very strange indeed. And it must have been off the ball as well, because we haven't seen any replays either, so the cameras can't have been looking in the right direction. So Mali trying to come forwards in. Dare I say it, it might be worth their while trying to pump a couple of crosses or long shots in towards the Senegal goal at the moment, with the keeper perhaps uncertain. A long diagonal ball there looking for the run of Ebenezer. Going straight out for a goal kick. And the 15-year-old Hassan Sarr. Going to go long with the goal kick this time. Mali. Little bit of a miscommunication there. Two players trying to clear the same ball. As you might expect from a derby game, a little bit untidy in the early stages here. Ebenezer, I think, a little bit lucky to get the throw in. It looked like it came off his leg on its way out there. Well, Mohamed Wagner, a little bit cunning there in getting the throw taken a little bit slower, just leaving the ball on the pitch. Oh, nice play from Sacco there on the right-hand side. Looks like he's swapped sides, actually, for this one. With Youssef Silla, I think, moving over to the right-hand side. Meanwhile, we have a corner here for Mali. No one in the 6-yard box yet. Ball whipped into the near post. It's still not really being cleared. Mali still in possession. Senegal need to be careful here in the early stages. They're giving the ball away too easily. They get the ball right back there and just chip down the line. That should be fairly easily dealt with, and it is, by Hamala. And that's a nice ball out into space on that left-hand side, and now Mali can sweep forwards again. And now a long diagonal ball in there again, but too much on it for Toure, and straight into the hands of Sarr. Sarr given the hurry up there. Took a little bit too much time over that, did the captain. Tied it up by Kamasoko. Oh, nice little touch in there. An opportunity presents itself here for Senegal. Well, Wagner was the man who got in behind. Just seemed to stutter a bit, take a couple too many touches, gave the defence a chance to come back across, and the keeper to set himself as well. But that was the best chance of the game so far. And it's gone very much against the run of play to Senegal. A warning shot there for Mali. I think Wagner probably feel he should have done a little bit better with that opportunity. Just didn't seem to be able to sort out his feet quite quickly enough. A reminder that if this game tied after 90 minutes, we will go straight to penalties. No extra time for these kids. Although they are playing every, 3 days or so. Saying it's pretty hot here. Not humid, though. And I'm sure a lot of the intervening 3 days all about recovery rather than training. Foul given away by Wagner, who's certainly getting involved in the early stages. Kamala goes back to Diarra. Back to Diarra again. Good intercept there and good strength in the tackle as well from Baye. That's nicely tidied up by Doumbia. 10 minutes in. The playing surface, as you'd expect, superb. On the ball. Nearly won by Wagner again. Crossfield ball, and that was a sloppy one. And the sliding challenge, well, I think just as well for Marley, misses. That looked like a fair tackle, but looking at it from a long way away from Koita, looked like he got the ball. Maybe he went through Kamisoko a little bit to get there. Well, surely common sense here means he just rolls 1 metre to his right, get off the pitch, and we get on with the game. Don't think that's going to happen. Players taking opportunities just to take on extra water whenever possible. Demba Traore, the Mali coach, took over from Adama Diallo earlier this year. So Diallo, who took them to runners-up in this competition last year, losing the final on penalties against Morocco after a 0-0 draw. Also took them to the round of 16 in last year's World Cup. That deemed not good enough. So in comes the new man. A sloppy pass there from Toure, just dropping deep for a moment. Put that ball well wide of Ebenezer. Throw into the edge of the area. Well, huge scream and tumble to the floor, ignored by everyone. And the Senegal player still rolling around on the ground, thumping the floor in frustration. Looks like Chiksi. Let's have a look. Well, he somehow managed to take his boot off as well. Didn't seem like there was any contact at all, so I'm not quite sure why he's grimacing here, unless he's managed to hurt himself in hitting the floor. And the referee has to get on top of this. Can't be stopping every couple of minutes to have a 2-minute timeout so someone can put their boot back on. We'll end up with 15-20 minutes added on at the end of this first half at this rate. The referee not happy with something over towards halfway. And in fact, we're going to go to a video system review here. Now, I assume this is Senegal claiming a penalty. Now, what we saw at the World Cup last year was that the moment you give the coaches a chance to look over these things, they get things wrong about 9 times out of 10, the coaches. And I don't think they're going to get a penalty here either. Remember, it has to be a clear and obvious error. I just don't see that there's a foul there, I have to say. Didn't think so in real time. Doesn't seem to be any contact there either that we can see from that angle. That's not clear and obvious. It looks like the Mali player's foot is already there and the guy has just run into it rather than the other way round. There is contact there, but it's very slight. I'm not even sure that angle guarantees there was contact, you know. Well, it certainly got the referee's interest. Once the video system review is enacted, the coaches have nothing to do with this. It's simply the referee talking with the VAR officials, running through the footage. In this case, time and time again. And honestly, if you're taking this long to look at it, it's not a clear and obvious error, is it? Surely. Well, by the letter of the law, I don't think you can give this as a penalty. So to turn over the original decision, it has to be a clear and obvious error by the officials, and I just don't see that as clear and obvious. So the check finally completed. And the penalty given. Well then. Well, the officials finally getting there. I think Abdoulaye Samake will feel a tad aggrieved about that one. So Cheikh Diarra needs to be a hero here. Kamasoko. Oh, I beg your pardon. Souleymane Faye going to take this one. He scored 4 goals in qualification, scored a penalty as well against Algeria in their final group game. Souleymane Faye. What can he do here? Beats the keeper for pace. Down low to his left. And Senegal are into lead here. Senegal number 10's second goal of the competition, both coming from the penalty spot. And the perfect start for Senegal, who really on the back foot early doors here against their West African rivals. By the way, Senegal keep that review as well. They've still got 2 reviews left after a successful video system review. How did Mali respond to that? These two did actually meet in the final of the West African Zone A qualification series. Met in the final, Senegal winning that by 2-0. Guess who scored the goals? Souleymane Faye. With goals each side of half-time. Senegal won that final 2-0. Both teams were already through, of course, to this tournament by that stage. It's really pride more than anything else at stake in that final. Faye, 4 goals in qualification. 2 so far at the Africa Cup of Nations. The referee deciding not to blow his whistle on that one. You could see him just hesitate with the whistle for a moment, decided against it. Still got a Senegal player down. Can't help thinking the players are taking the Michael a little bit here. The referee wants that Senegal player to get up. He does eventually. Does Souleymane Faye. A little bit of a misjudgment there. And a burst of pace. Good burst of pace from Wagner as well. Gets down to the byline. Couldn't quite find room for the cross, but he does win a corner. White shirts now arriving into the 6-yard box. You can hear plenty of instructions coming from the technical areas as well. This one blasted long to the back post. There's a Mali player down on the edge of the 6-yard box. You can hear the scream. Mali just seem to have lost a little bit of their swagger that they started the game with. They're going to play themselves into trouble here if they're not careful. At the moment, just the two defenders and the goalkeeper passing the ball around amongst each other. Mali chasing the game here. Well, at least they should be. Finally, a ball out from the back. And then the ball lost when as he tried to turn by Doumbia. C couldn't quite control the ball. And now Mali with perhaps with a chance to come forwards here. But Ebenezer with a bit of a slip. And now all of a sudden the team in white flowing forwards here again. Wagner. That's a good tackle. Coming across from Hamala. Well, Aban Sako under pressure. Long ball forward, headed away. Goes out on halfway. Midway through the first half now, just a Senegal penalty separating the two sides, and that was well played in the end from Chik Dieng. Cushioned header into the hands of Sarr. Very easy to get that one wrong. Seko looking for options from the throw. Not controlled though by Ebenezer. First time ball swept into space on this near side for Wagner. Wagner with a one-on-one there, deciding just to lay the ball back instead. This is nicely played from Senegal, just trying to make a little bit of space in midfield, now changing the point of attack. It's not worked quite as well as they would have hoped, though, the young Lions of Teranga. Well, that ball played off the Mali player who stayed down on halfway. The spinning ball picked up by the Senegal defence. And we'll have another stoppage here. I think C's just gone down from what appeared to be absolutely minimal contact. Well, it's Shigui Koita down there. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Well, the follow through from Tierno. Catching the inside of the knee, you could see the hyperextension. Ouch. And here is where you wonder if Mali might throw in a video review here, asking for... They can't ask for a yellow card, they can ask for a red. And we have seen around world football this season red cards given for that, despite playing the ball. It's the follow-through was, shall we say, undisciplined. And certainly the Mali bench will be having a look at that. It looks like, fortunately, Koita is okay to continue, and there's no review thrown in by the Mali bench. I think they felt they wouldn't have got a red card out of it. Well, C's gone down. I think he was backing into Hamala. And of course he's fine. Oh, lovely footwork over on that far side. Great play from Silla. Couldn't find the pass, though. Now there's a Silla-shaped hole in that Mali defence. Not taken advantage of. Well, the Mali bench not happy with that. Kamasoko appeared to win the ball cleanly from Faye. Absolutely won the ball cleanly. Long ball forward, dealt with at the back by Mali. Oh, this is going up nicely here. The ball back inside, couldn't quite be taken in stride by Koita. And eventually that's just smashed out of play by the Senegal defence. Kamasoko didn't quite catch hold of the cross. Mali, though, still in possession, still not really cleared by Senegal. Sako under pressure, needs to lay the ball off to someone. And that's going to be a silliest of yellow cards for Mohamed Wagner, punching the ball away. We say silly, he's only 17. Still got a lot to learn. Well, that's well won. Again by Silla. Oh, but the layoff It's a little bit too casual, but then the pass through. Intercepted. Ebenezer plays a nice little ball through there. Mali, oh, I was about to say Mali just about keeping possession, but well, that's well won by Senegal. Just struggling to play their way out. Senegal really. Morris BI, who was tidying up at the back there as we approach the half-hour mark. Now, what's the referee blowing his whistle for here? Well, that'll be the cooling break. Say 28 degrees or so at kick-off here. I would add that it's over 30 in large parts of Western Europe at the moment. Hot air that actually moved forward up north from Morocco, in fact. Currently trapped under a high-pressure system. It's going to keep Europe nice and toasty until later on this week at the very least. So a cooling break. Say the humidity quite low though, fortunately from the players' point of view, just 48%. That's pretty dry. You just end up really with a sort of a pleasant heat to play in, but certainly the players will be grateful for the cooling break. Oh, just waiting to get back underway then. Here, 15 minutes plus a fair chunk of stoppages to go in this first half. Crossfield ball a bit aimless. Oh, and that's well won by Toure as well. I think he's come in from an offside position to win that. Free kick taken crossfield, but too much on it. Silla with the throw for Mali. That ball just sneaking out of play. Lamin with the throw into the edge of the area. It's a heavy touch, puts the ball straight out of play. From Chiksi. Struggling to make his mark so far up top. Is C. Oh dear, and a slip. And that was very nearly a red card there. Well, this could be something for the referee to think about. The Senegal player who slipped, deliberately tried to take down the Mali player as he went past. Was nothing subtle about it either. Now there is a certain time limit before a video system review can be enacted. Senegal very lucky indeed that the defender failed to make contact. Well, that would have been a straight red. Absolutely no questions asked. Well, is that ball actually going to roll out of play? A bit of frustration there for Mali. Ebenezer. Oh, I mean, fouling each other there, those two. Well, here's the opportunity. This is the slip from the defender. Now look at this. Puts his leg out. And I tell you what, Toure. Oh, he's got it in with his studs as well. I mean, he's had to actually slow down to get out of the way. Would he have got there before the keeper if it hadn't been for that? And I think the referee being called over for another video system review, and I'm not surprised at all. So as the ball goes through here, that's not what he's looking for. Here's what he's looking for. Player goes down. And that definitely puts off Toure as he tried to get to the loose ball ahead of the goalkeeper. Now he is limited in what he can do here, the referee. He can award a penalty, he can award a goal. He can cancel out a goal, he can give a red card, he can't give a yellow card. There's contact. On the knee, studs up as well. I think this could well be a red card. Incoming for, I think it's Cheek Teal. My feeling would be that's a red card and a free kick for Mali. But it has to be a clear and obvious error, but it looked like the replay they were showing there clearly showed contact between the defender and the right knee of Toure. What's he looking at here, the referee? Oh, are they wondering if this might be a handball? Now, what is going through the referee's mind here? There's a possible handball as Teal falls over. And there's definite contact with the knee of Toure as he tried to run past, and Teal put his studs out. Now, what's the referee going to decide here? Unfortunately, we don't have the audio. And which colour card's coming out? It is a red card. And Senegal, 1 goal to the good. The centre-back, Cheek Deal, sent off. Straight red. I'm not sure why his teammates are congratulating him. He needs to get off the pitch here. So Senegal will have to play the rest of the game with 10 men. Well, it was unfortunate, wasn't it? There was I think he was desperately trying not to handball it. I think the bounce got a bit big on him. Tried to avoid the ball there and tripped over his own feet. Then panic sets in. He didn't need to do that, I don't think. As soon as he made contact, though, with Toure, and who Toure, to his credit, did try his best to stay on his feet. But you could see he was thrown off balance. Cheek Teal now with a rather long and lonely walk back. And Mali with a free kick a long way out, but central. So, Ismail Kamasoko, the captain, fancies the free kick. So about 25 yards out. It's absolutely central, a 4-man wall. Doesn't look particularly organised from Senegal. It's rolled forward. Smashed straight over the bar. Oh yeah, Salia Diarra. Don't think that quite went as Mali were hoping. And we've got a Senegal player down. It's Ibrahim Assau. In fact, it's Cheek C. Well, he's not going to get an Oscar for this, I'll tell you that much. And the referee wants him off the pitch, and quite rightly too. So FIFA are looking at changing some of the rules and regulations with regards to this. They want to stop find ways of preventing teams from doing exactly this. Preventing the game from moving, preventing the game from flowing. They know if a player goes down, they can get the game stopped. Well, it does completely ruin the spectacle. It ruins the flow. It is cheating as well, especially when your goalkeeper goes down and there's no way of play continuing. There's been some quite high-profile cases of that around world football in the last year or so. Goalkeepers, just let's face it, just cheating, making up an injury, going down. The game has to stop, and the opposition, who might be trying to, let's say, for example, chase either a winning goal or maybe an equalising goal, lose all sorts of momentum, and the game just completely stops and starts. It's not an easy one to find a way out of. The referee doing well there, just telling him to get off the pitch, sort yourself out. See, back on the pitch again there. Now he's done well to win the ball. Couldn't quite find the pass. Ooh, nearly got the rebound though. Eventually tied it up by Hamala. Some very, I say, brave short passing in their own third of the pitch there from Mali, but now they've lost the ball, and that's going to be a foul. Can't trap the ball between your legs like that when you're on the floor. And Mali now with a little bit more space to play into. 40 minutes in, Senegal ahead by an Abdoulaye Faye penalty. But Mali now with a man advantage for the rest of the game after a cheek Tio. I think he just panicked. I don't think there was anything particularly bad about it. We've got another Senegal player on the floor again. I think we're just going to have to get used to this for the rest of the game, you know. Ibrahima Sow being told to get up by the referee. Usually the clue is if the player is writhing around on the floor, there's usually nothing wrong. This is getting beyond a joke here now. In this Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations quarter-final. This is what, the 5th or 6th time. Now already just in the first half. We're going to have a colossal amount of time added on. It's a bump into the back, and he's gone down holding his head, desperately trying to get the game stopped. Oh, Mali back in possession again. I suspect they will be in possession for the majority of the match now. Senegal trying to play on the counter-attack. The question is, can Mali unlock this low block now? So if you're going to play diagonal balls like that, they need to be a little bit lower, with a bit more pace on them. That's a good ball into the area though, but the header from Ebenezer. I think he must have been missighted there. It looks like the ball came off his head rather than him heading it. I think he may not have expected the ball to come through to him like that. And in fact, I think the defender may well have had a piece of that as well. Nudged it a bit high onto the head. 3 minutes plus goodness knows how much stoppages to go in this first half. Sacco. I think the Mali fullbacks are going to be working pretty hard here now. Laid off for Ebenezer. Well, just took too many touches. Lost the ball. Now maybe an opportunity here on the counter-attack, but Hamala across quickly to clear that one into the crowd to our left. Lamine gets the ball back in play. C unable to hold the ball up. Quickly back in play from Mali. They don't need to be in too much of a rush here. They've got plenty of time before the half-time whistle's going to go. That's a nice ball through. Two players going for the same ball. Oh, and it's been dropped by the keeper, and he's... Well, the keeper's gone down holding his head, and he's going for an extra few rolls there, so he's fine. It's a yellow card. Ishmael Kamisoko, he rather dived in trying to get hold of the bouncing ball. Sarr quite rightly being told to get up. He's fine. Honestly, rolling around like that, obviously fine. He's been caught on the hip. I don't know why he's holding his head. Yeah, the mistake from Sarr to start with. Absolutely making a meal of it. Oh, thankfully only 4 minutes added on at the end of this first half. Magic spray for the goalkeeper again. Well, Sarr eventually back on his feet again. I think he's forgotten which shoulder he said he injured there. He was stretching the wrong one. Goal kill, sorry, free kick taken long, headed away by Mali. Some high feet going in there again, but... So, oh dear, that's a pity. The diagonal ball hitting the referee. Mali get the ball back, but that looked like it was going to be quite a good diagonal ball actually onto this near side, so a bit of a pity for the Eagles, or the Eaglets rather, beg your pardon. Senegal, as you might expect, being down to 10 men, rather hemmed in and around their own area at the moment. It's a slight miscontrol from Toure at the near post. It's a good ball in. So 2 minutes to go at the end of this first half. Mali the better team to start with. Senegal sort of sparked into life, won a penalty, converted it, and since then have not done much really. You'd argue Mali have looked the better team. They're unfortunate to be a goal behind. They do have the man advantage though, and that surely will count for more as the game goes on. That's a really good tackle, by the way, at the back from Hamala. Now they can come forwards. Koita spreads the ball out to his left, but the cross has been shinned behind for a goal kick. There were, 3-4 players to aim at in the area there. The goalkeeper still insisting on holding the shoulder that wasn't injured. He definitely had a magic spray, but it was on the other shoulder. Saka. Slightly loose touch. Ball eventually well won back by Toure. The tackles flying in from the Senegal players. And eventually they do win the ball back, but then immediately... almost got it back again, Mali, and there's a free kick there in the centre circle. Going Senegal's way. That could well be pretty much the last action of this first half. In fact, considering there was, an extra minute or so of treatment for the goalkeeper after the clock went past 45, so in theory should be an extra minute or so added on to that for. The referee decides that's enough for the first half here then at the Mohammed VI Football Complex. And well, Senegal taking an 18th minute lead. Abdoulaye Faye converting a penalty after a long video system check for a foul on Cheek C, just on the edge of the area. It was going nowhere, going away from goal. Faye, though, doing really well to bag his second goal from the penalty spot in this competition, having scored 4 during the qualification. Cheek Teal then sent off after a bit of a panic stations after rather tripping over his own feet. That in the 35th minute. Mali, though, yet to take advantage of that, and at half-time here it's Senegal 1, Mali 0. Welcome back then to the Mohammed VI Football Complex here in downtown Rabat. It's quarter-final day in the 2026 Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. And the two West African rivals going head-to-head here in what's been a tense and quite physical first half here in this second quarter-final. Abdoulaye Faye scoring from the penalty spot in the 18th minute for Senegal after a lengthy video system check for a foul on cheek C on the edge of the area. Got the penalty well put away by the Senegalese number 10. After that, well, Mali rather hit out of their stride. They'd been the better team in the early parts of the game. But they were given the upper hand in the 35th minute. Theo, Senegalese at centre-back, rather getting caught under his own feet, tripping over, I think, or at least we think, in an effort not to handball it as the last man, which had been pretty dire. Fell over, then rather panicked, and as Abdoulaye Touré ran past him, took a lunge from his position on the floor, studs up as well, caught the knee of Touré, straight red for Theo, who's had an unfortunate tournament, including an own goal. In Senegal's opening defeat against South Africa, although he did score as well, scored the opening goal in that game as well. He's been certainly action-packed, as Cheikh Theo. I think we may just have seen his last action in this tournament. Not sure he'll be allowed back. Will be, you'd think, at least a 2 or 3 game ban for a straight red like that. So the Mali players are on the pitch. Where are their opponents? Well, got the Mali team on our right. We've got a full set of officials as well. Referee in the middle. 2 referee assistants. Referee just giving the Senegalese a bit of a hurry up there. By the way, in the other quarter-final going on at this moment on another one of the pitches in this complex, host Morocco 1-0 up against Cameroon. Goal coming from Mohamed Habib Zimbi. So the home fans are pretty happy with how things are going. Oh, Mali given the ball there. Ball played into the area, nice turn as well. Or just, again, too many touches from Touré. Mali still in possession. Turned round the corner by Ebenezer, and that'll be a Mali throw over on that far side. You suspect Senegal will be spending most of this second half on the back foot here. So they're down to 10. It's hot but not humid. That's a lovely crossfield ball, finding Silla, and one of the Senegal players has gone down. And we saw a lot of this in the first half as well. Now, as he just Souleymane Faye. Now that crossfield ball, I think he tried to jump for it, just missed it, and maybe just landed awkwardly. It's the only thing I can think of. did look like an awkward one. Oh, Faye will be stretchered off here. Again, there's not been much rhythm to the game. Too many stoppages, really, in the first half. Now we can get back underway. And with Faye off the pitch, Senegal down to 9. So, thumps the goal kick down the pitch. Missed by everyone. That'll go straight through to Cheek Diarra at the other end. Mali need to up the pace here a little bit, try and take advantage of the, well, two-man advantage they have at the moment. And the offside flag going up over in that far corner. Sarr being given the hurry up by the referee. Again, thumps it long, no messing around at the back with 10-man Senegal. Got some rare possession in the Mali half. Looks like Maguire Niang has been brought on, the 17-year-old. Like for like change then for Souleymane Faye. Didn't actually see the change taking place, unfortunately. Niang did get a goal in qualifying and started their opening loss against South Africa, being used off the substitutes bench since then. What can Mali do to try and get back on level terms here? So they have the man advantage. They haven't really used it just as yet. Senegal losing their most potent attacking threat will also help. Looks unfortunate as well. They're often the worst ones. He's gone down, no one near him. So he just landed awkwardly. Looks like the knee buckled underneath him. Ebenezer again caught in possession. Thumping tackle from Hamala, not for the first time today either. Going to be a long throw down the line. Flicked out of play by C. Senegal dropping deeper and deeper, but that ball over the top. What's Sarr doing there? Could have just picked the ball up. Not quite sure why he felt the need to do that. Again, goes along with the goal kick. Couldn't quite pick out Niang. Koita Doumbia back to create it again. Now Samake. Loose touch. Just about retrieved there by Kamala. Samake. He's a 1-2 with Silla. Silla again. It's a slightly loose pass as well, but there's now a little bit of space opens up on that right-hand side. And this is looking good for Mali now. The ball across though. Well blocked. Big claims for a handball from the Mali players. The coaches with the TV screen in the technical area will be taking a very close look at that one as the foul goes at Senegal's way over on that far side. Doumbia claims to the referee. Well, you can't give a penalty for that. He's blocked it with its leg. It's then bounced under his body onto his arm behind him. If that's a penalty, then the game really is gone. I suspect the Mali bench will feel the same. No, they won't. Well, we've seen two video system checks already, and they've both gone to the aggrieved team. So both teams still with two checks going into this second half. Got a feeling Mali might be about to lose a check here, though. Certainly from that first replay we saw, I can't see how that can be given as a handball and penalty. I really can't. Mind you, the rules on handball seem to change every 5 minutes. Look, it's come off the underside of his leg, bounced underneath him, and hit the arm behind him. He's got no control over that. The referee needs to go a little bit further back to show the ball comes in, blocks with his leg. His arms are locked behind him. Can't stay locked behind him there. Ball comes off his underside of the leg or maybe the groin area, bounces down, up behind him and into his arm. Well, certainly, to my reading of the rules and regulations, which, as I say, for handball at least, do change every year, that is not a handball. Therefore, not a penalty. I say, at least that's my understanding. The referee having a good old look at this. I mean, the ball's definitely come off his arm, but as I say, he can't keep his arms tied behind him as he falls over there. He's got to put his arm out. Just a pity we can't hear the explanations. They're usually very concise from the referees. And that is first check gone away there for Mali. I must say, I originally saw the first little replay of that. Couldn't see how that could be given as a penalty. And the referee agreed with me, just for once. So Mali lose one of their reviews. They've still got one left. So they reviewed the red card given in the first half against Cheek Tio. Well, that was a successful review. Senegal reviewed to win their penalty as well. After, 15, 16 minutes of the game. And those are the only reviews we'd had in the first half. And that's a good solid challenge coming in from Samake. Kamisoko drifts into midfield. Eventually sweeps that ball out to the right-hand side into space. Needs a cross into the box, though. Space again here. And the goal kick goes at Senegal's way. In fact, there was an offside flag rather than a goal kick given. About to say, I thought it was a corner. Again, long from Sarr. Ball pumped in towards goal. Easily controlled by Diarra. 57 minutes in, Senegal still with that one penalty lead. Mali pressing for an equaliser and starting to put Senegal under some pressure. Senegal sitting very deep without the ball, as you'd expect for a team. Down to 10 for the remainder. And a crossfield ball, looking for space over on that far side. Well headed out of danger. And there's a handball. I think against Tierno. An opportunity here. Well, again, the arm is by the side of the body on that one. Not sure what the Senegal player could do about that. The referee might be about to move the ball back again. Oh, there's a two-man wall. So I hope it's covering. And that's a poor free kick. Straight into the arms of Sarr. Didn't have to come far off his line to claim that one. You could see what Kamasoko was trying there, just trying to pop that in between the goalkeeper and the defence, but not really much room there. Now Senegal, a rare possession in the Mali half. It's a good run into the corner flag. Ball stabbed in towards the near post, well defended by Hamala. Now then, do Mali have a little bit more space to attack into here? Well, they would do if they picked up the pace a bit. Silla, who has looked very good when he has gone forwards. There's use of Silla, the number 12 for Mali. Mali just a bit slow in coming forwards at the moment, but that's a nice little bit of play. I mean, it's space on that right-hand side once more for Mali, but the cross still not coming in. There's going to be a free kick given against Wagner. He's on a yellow card, has to be careful. Oh, he's chopped through there, hasn't he? Wagner. Here come some changes. I think Ebenezer coming off. And Abdoulaye Samake as well, I think. So Namori Kamare comes off, usually a left winger, started the first two games, sat on the bench for the second. So some fresh legs into midfield with Abubakar Maiga coming on. Started the second game, the group stage, substitute otherwise. Free kick chipped into the back post, the header rather looping up and over the crossbar. All those fresh legs give Mali a bit of extra impetus. Here's Maiga coming forwards, plays a 1-2. Plays it again as well, and some last-ditch defending there from Senegal to clear the ball back up to halfway. Oh, good run down that far side. Senegal just stretching the game there. And Senegal will be very happy just to absorb a bit more time off the clock. And Lamine taking as long as he dares to get to the ball here. Another 10 seconds comes off the clock. Senegal retaining possession over on that far side. And they've got a corner as well now. Well, Senegal may be down a player. Don't really notice that from a set piece. This could be a fantastic opportunity here to try and double their lead. Referee pointing out that all this time will be added back on. Don't think that's going to stop the players from doing it though, because it's not just the time, it's the chopping up of momentum for the opponent as well. As you'd expect, not a lot of white shirts in the area, just the 4 of them. Got a little mini trainette maybe. Ball comes in, missed by everyone, hooked back into the danger area, and there's the overhead kick. I've got to say, Niang absolutely thumped that. Nearly got over the catch fencing there behind the goal. Nothing wrong with the contact, just went a bit high. Still 1-0 by the way in the other quarter-final at the moment, Morocco against Cameroon. A reminder that the winner of this game will play the winner of that game between Morocco and Cameroon. At the moment it looks like it could be Senegal taking on Morocco in Morocco. Oh, no history there then. Of course, ownership of the actual Africa Cup of Nations title still ongoing in the courts. Oh, and that's all of a sudden worked out well for Niang. Niang through on goal, and that's a really good save from Diarra. Came a long way off his line. The referee's blown his whistle, the keeper's gone down, the Niang's gone down as well. Niang being encouraged to get up. He just have caught a boot in the midriff. The goalkeeper stayed down as well. Well, another opportunity for the coaching staff to get more information to the players. Yang certainly had a contact since coming on, impact rather, since coming on. No surprise the goalkeeper's fine. That Yang has to go off to be invited back onto the pitch. One of the things FIFA are looking at is enforcing a certain amount of time off the pitch, because at the moment a player can go down, whether he's actually injured or not, get treatment, get the game stopped, goes off the side of the pitch and is invited straight back on as soon as the ball is not in that area of the playing surface. Looking at trying to make it so that the player who's gone off can't come back on for another 1 minute or 2 minutes. That doesn't stop goalkeepers from doing it, but then they're thinking of then you have to take another player off. Certainly something that does need to be looked at, because as the way the rules stand at the moment, it's far too easy for a team that's defending a 1-goal lead, such as Senegal here, for example. If they really wanted to, they could really chop up the game and make it virtually impossible for Mali to get any sort of momentum. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. So midway through the second half, Mali haven't really looked like getting back on level terms so far in this second half, despite having that man advantage. Silla again showing a good turn of pace, and he's eventually dragged down about 25 metres out. It's at a bit of an angle. Yeah, it's clumsy from C, comes in from behind. Silla actually landing on the ball as well, that might hurt. Oof. Oh, on the right ribs. Might find himself being a little bit winded. Well, as you'd expect, lots of green shirts up there. Free kick taken short, and that's just scruffy. Real waste. Can the ball be kept in play? Yes, it can. Here's Silla. Sweeps the ball into the area. The keeper comes for it. Does well to take it as well, does Sa. Good goalkeeping from the 15-year-old captain. Had to come a long way off his line to take that. Meanwhile, Senegal on the attack down the other end of the pitch. I think that's going to go out for a goal kick, though. Quickly taken at the back from Mali. They need to move the ball a bit quicker. And they have been. Frustration starting to bubble in the Mali players as well. Just over 20 minutes to go. Those Senegal fans over there cheering everything at the moment. Yellow card for time wasting. The cheek Dieng. It's a second yellow card of the tournament, but I think the yellow cards from the group stage have been cancelled out now. So he shouldn't be suspended for the next round if Senegal indeed do get there. Dieng has been an ever-present so far. Scored against Algeria in the last of the group matches as well. Just a little too much trickery there from Koita, tricked himself out of play. 70 minutes gone, 20 to go plus stoppages. Senegal 1 goal to the good. Souleymane Faye penalty. The difference between the two sides. Faye having to go off injured early in the second half after landing awkwardly, trying to head a crossfield ball away. Toure dispossessed on the edge of the area. Mali, though, still in possession. Surely not having a shot from there. He is as well, you know. Here's Hamala. Well, that was all of what? 45 metres out. He was near his own halfway line. The keeper was on his line as well. I can only think he was hoping to get some sort of deflection as it went through the sea of bodies between him and the goal. Sansa. So it's been noticeable with Senegal. Certainly since the sending off, everything has been going long. Silla seeing more and more of the ball in this second half is the left back. Kamasoko tries to play that one through, but was well anticipated. An opportunity for Senegal to run a bit more time off the clock, but running into the challenge from Hamala. Oh, but then winning the ball back again here, Senegal. Opportunity knocks. Niang. There's not much support out wide on the right-hand side. And Tierno couldn't quite control the ball through. Another Senegal player wants to go down, thinks about it, thinks better of it. Crowd certainly getting into this one. Say two fierce West African rivals now. Silla. Koita on the overlap. Cleared from near the penalty spot. Senegal sitting deeper and deeper now. Sacco with the ball. Pumps it into the area. Flicked on by a Senegal head. And chipped out more or less level with the edge of the area over on that far side. Mali starting to turn the screw. Haven't really worked Hassan Sarr enough though. Into the edge of the area. No space though for the shot. That's nice. Oh, and there it is, the equaliser. Surely no. Offside flag goes up. Brilliant finish from Abdoulaye Touré. Well, there will be a check for the offside. The linesman suggesting there was definitely an offside first. Let's have another look here. Oh, there we go. Definitely off. And the linesman knew it. Just going to be double checked by the video system. Should only take a few moments. It was quite an obvious offside for Touré there. It's clearly in behind. And we're going to stop for the cooling break then with 16 minutes left on the clock. Last chance for Mali to take some instructions from the coaching staff. They try and chase down this one goal at Senegal lead. A reminder, no extra time in these knockout matches at under-17s level. Goes straight to penalties after the 90 minutes plus stoppages.
ودخول اللاعب رقم 21 داوود تراوري.
Just a reminder that Morocco still leading Cameroon by a goal to nil over on, I think it's pitch 11 actually, in this complex. Many pitches here. This is pitch 3, by the way. The host Morocco leading by a goal to nil as well at the moment. Having drawn their opening match, big shock against Tunisia, but then 2-1 wins against Morocco, against Ethiopia and Egypt, putting them top of their group. As Daouda Traoré comes on for his first appearance of the tournament. Looks like Chiksi is being beckoned off. Where's he going? So Amadou Kane coming on in his place. Usually a central defender is Kane. Unlike England captain Harry Kane, very much a forward. Scored a hat-trick at the weekend in his last game for Bayern Munich of the season. We'll be hoping to carry that form into the World Cup for England, of course. Senegal and Mali will be there as well. Mali, for the very first time in their history, they've come so close on numerous occasions in the past, especially back in the noughties when they had a very strong team. Frederick Kanouté, Netel, never quite made it to the big show. They probably would have done in the current qualifying format, to be fair. That's a really good tackle on the edge of the area. Now maybe a chance for Senegal on the counter-attack. "13 minutes to go, and every time Senegal charge forward like that, they know that's more time coming off the clock. Mali doing everything they can to try and keep things ticking over. By the way, Ismail Kamisoko, the captain's been taken off, by the way. To be replaced by Leoda Traore, giving themselves a bit more firepower up front, but they need the ammunition as well. What's the referee blowing for this time? We've got another Senegal player down, 78 minutes in. So Lamine there, I think, has been rather told off. Yellow card next time for delay of the game. You notice there he's getting his leg stretched for cramp, and then as soon as the referee suggested he had to walk off the pitch to carry on being treated, magically pops up in the air. So he tries that again, it'll be a yellow card. Mali trying to go straight through the middle of a packed defence here. Sarr does well to collapse on the loose ball. So went through on the left. Just a little bit too much on it. And to be fair, the defender in the way anyway. But really, say since going down to 10, Senegal have actually looked very secure at the back. There's a little bit of Mali just not quite getting up a full head of steam, but they've never really threatened the goalkeeper. They've had periods of pressure, but the final pass, the final cross just hasn't been right. And now we're just over 10 minutes from the end of this game, and Mali still chasing. Thumped clear, anywhere will do. Straight to Diarra. This is where Mali need to sharpen things up a bit. They've been too slow building up from the back against the 10 men of Senegal. Now the cross comes in. Helped the cross goal as well. Now the shot as well, but well, Koita didn't really catch hold of it. Easy save in the end for Sarr. Good first touch. Just seemed to slip a little bit, Koita, as he went to take that one. There you go, you just see the standing foot going. Keeper knew exactly where it was going anyway. Oh, Mali. Oh, that's a poor ball. Silla getting frustrated. And I think another Senegal player goes down and immediately gets up again when it realises that the game isn't about to stop. Good stuff from the referee. Nice ball. Bit of a slip though, as Diarra tried to take the cross. Oh, good interplay here from Mali. Haven't really got anywhere though. The ball eventually comes in, flicked on at the near post and just balloons out for a goal kick. The header from Toure. So Senegal looking perhaps a bit more, well, comfortable than they really should be. Ball over the top. Silla been one of the brighter sparks for Mali. Lobs the ball in, but too close to Sarr again. Just floated it up in the air. Mali building up at the back again. Koita back to Silla. There's no way through at the moment. And Mali, you have to say, have been playing very narrow a lot of the time. The ball's out to the side there, but there's no pace on it, no real depth either. It's better from Sacco. And then the ball inside, intercepted. And cleared again long to Diarra. 7 minutes plus stoppages now. Mali still looking to get back on level terms. This time the ball goes. Well, there's a shot at goal from the halfway again. If that's what they're, how they think they're going to get back in the game, Mali. Going to suggest they might be mistaken. Sarr just takes an extra couple of seconds to go over to the other side of the 6-yard box to take this. Got another Senegal player down as well. He's encouraged up onto his feet. Sarr goes long with the goal kick, but again, nowhere near a Senegal player. Crossfield ball, too much loft on it. It's hammered back. And Senegal happy to do that because Mali just simply aren't asking enough questions at the moment. Maiga is actually playing a bit further in a more advanced role than you might usually see him. Now Saka plays that into the edge of the area, attempted turn. And then more players falling to the ground left and right. Mali wanted a penalty. Told to do one by the referee. Yeah, that's never a penalty. Wasn't really a foul on the Senegal player either. Five minutes left. A long ball over the top. So well defended. And again, as soon as they get the ball, Senegal, they're just smashing it all the way to Diarra, inviting Mali back onto them. I don't think they feel they need to do any more than that, the way the game is going. This is looking better though for Mali. There's a flag up over on that far side. I think there was an offside somewhere in the build-up. They just can't be making mistakes like that now, Mali. Every time they start putting Senegal under pressure, there's a free kick or an offside or something. Toure way off there. So it goes long. I'm not quite sure why Sacco left that. It's gone to a Senegal player. Which way is that going? It goes Mali's way. If Senegal do get through to half full time with a 1-0 lead, then one man who'll breathe a huge sigh of relief will be Cheek Tio, the man who was sent off in that first half. Well, that's a nice ball through, but Duda couldn't quite get there. It was more like it, though. Sarr's going to take his time on this and then smash it all the way to Diarra again. Oh no, he's sliced it this time. So out for a throw over on that far side. We've got more substitutions incoming. Lamin coming off for Sega and Bocci, I think, coming on. Now, what's the other change? Mohamed Wagner being almost manhandled off the pitch there by our referee, with Sebastian Luc coming on in his place, a midfielder, so he may well just pop into left back, actually, Luc. Fresh legs at the back for Senegal as they try and see out this 1-0 win despite playing the majority of the game with just 10. A yellow card for Tieno, his first of the competition. Now then, 89 minutes on the clock. Free kick here for Mali. They need to get plenty of men into the area. It needs to be a better delivery than that, though. Floated straight into the hands of Sarr, who again just kicks it to Diarra. Battling for the ball, Mali. Here it is, Silla. Losing the ball, but goes straight to a Mali player. Oh, Emil Sadio sliding in. Picking up his first yellow card of the tournament as well. Could have been very dangerous there, scissoring the standing leg of Maban Sakho. Could be very dangerous indeed. Now an opportunity, Silla getting in behind. The cross off the outside of the boot, the ball flicked on at the near post, still not cleared. Here comes the volley. Oh, and it's in! 90th minute, and Mali bagged the equaliser. Oh my word, I mean, it never looked likely. They simply weren't putting enough pressure on to Hassan Sarr. And I think it's Jigui Koita with his first goal of the tournament. It was a really sweet strike over at that far post. Oh, flicked on, half-headed away. Oh my word, I think B.I. might have headed that past his own goalkeeper. I'd love to see a view from behind the goal. But it will count as a Koita goal because it was going on target before the intervention from the defender. So then, well, we haven't been told how much time has been added on. We are in added on time. And what do Mali do now? Do they try and avoid penalty kicks and try and get a winner here? I think I just heard the PA announce 5 minutes of added time. Not entirely sure. Tieno leaving that. Indeed, it is 5 minutes added on. So of those minutes still to play here. Can either of these West African rivals bag a winner? Oh, that's well kept in. Maybe an opportunity here, but that's not the best ball forwards. That's well charged down. Good play from Namori. And Toure still in possession. Gets the ball back inside. Mahiga had the ball on the edge of the area. Now we're back on halfway again. There's only a couple of minutes left here. Mali, surely it's worth trying to avoid the penalty shootout. Mahiga, oh, a miscontrol and the ball goes out. Mali back in possession. It's sloppy, isn't it? But now some space over on that far side for Sacco. Sacco gets the ball in. It's been headed up rather than away. The attempted bicycle kick doesn't go away either. And there's a little shove in the back from Doumbia. Senegal can breathe a sigh of release and clear their lines here. Ball lumped forward. There's two white shirts to aim at up there. And we've got a Senegal player going down theatrically in the penalty area, trying to win himself a game-winning spot kick, but the game has just carried on without him. And magically pops back up again when ignored by the officials. Oh, that ball though, given away. And a loose touch, and the ball just slammed out of play by the Mali defence now. 15 seconds or so of added time to go here. It looks like for all the world that we're going to go to a penalty shootout. And Senegal, well, they've got two checks left, so they might as well try and use one here, Senegal. Only caught it out the corner of my eye, the incident. It was certainly a theatrical going to ground. It's just a big ball played up top. Well, that's not the angle you need. That doesn't show you anything. This is the angle you need. And there's no contact. Still doesn't look like there was any contact. Of course, you're going to bring your knee up as you try and spring off the ground. It was quite an impressive jump from Hamala, who's been impressive at the back for Mali throughout, really. This would be cruel. Again, I don't think this is going to show you anything. It just shows him passing behind. You can't tell if there's any contact or not from there. You need this one. Maybe if there was another camera from the other side, it might help. I'll be honest, I'm not convinced that there is contact. But that's just a personal feeling. It's certainly close. referee isn't convinced one way or the other yet. A little shake of the head there. Well, we're just re-watching the same camera angle over and over and over again here. Again, it, by the letter of the law, needs to be a clear and obvious error. I don't think this camera angle is going to do it, is it? There's no, not enough. Well, you can't give anything off that camera. Tumbodji was the man who went down. Now, and after a 3-minute VAR check, or rather a video system check, it's as you are. Can't blame Senegal for trying it on there, though. So they had nothing to lose. And that is pretty much it. So, well, Senegal holding on for dear life near the end of the 90 minutes, and eventually Chigui Koita with a fine volley. In fact, it's been given as a BI own goal. Not quite sure about that. The volley seemed to be going on target, but we never saw the right angle. So to penalties you go then for a place in the semi-final. It's not been an easy game for the officials, I think, this one. So, you know, it's a proper derby. It was quite physical at times. Not a lot of flow to the game, that's for certain. So, well, since the end of the group phase, every game has gone to penalties. Apart from the other quarter-final going on in this very same complex, kicking off at the same time as well. Which has seen Morocco beat Cameroon by 1-0 to go through to the semi-finals. Oh, Morocco, who won their first ever title last year. Of course, last year's tournament also held here in Morocco. Looks like they're going to go, well, they are through to the semi-finals. Mali, of course, were beaten in the final this time last year on penalties. Côte d'Ivoire and Burkina Faso, the other semi-finalists on that occasion. So, all the players trying to keep limber, especially those who'll be taking penalties. They'll have decided their 5, but really all the outfield, all the players really need to make sure they're in prime condition. No guarantee a penalty shootout is going to stop after the original 5. So a last team talk then. And of course this is going to be a bit of a free hit for the goalkeepers as well. So Hassan Sarr and Cheikh Diarra. No one expects you to save a penalty, so anything you can do is just a huge bonus. They'll be getting their talking to now from the officials with regards to staying on the line until the ball is kicked. You can move around on the line, you just can't come off it. Now, looks like it's our 4th official. I think just reading the rules out here, or is that actually? I'm not sure it is the 4th official, you know. That's one of the Confederation Afrique de Foot big officials. Certainly not the 4th official. So Hassan Sarr and Cheikh Diarra make their way to the end of the pitch, cut off from their teammates. So Cheikh Dieng to take the first one, scored against Algeria. So Senegal with the advantage of going first in this spot kick competition. So Dieng against Diarra. Taking his time here. Dieng, oh, fantastic penalty. Smashed that. I don't care who you are, you're not saving that one. Even if you do go the right way, and you might be 4 metres tall. Smashed it into the top corner. Perfect penalty. No one saving that. And Cheikh Dieng there, the centre-back. I'll give a little boost to his teammates who are going to be following in his footsteps. Meanwhile, Naban Sako. Comes up to take the first Malian penalty here. So the quality of penalties in the penalty shootouts have been quite high so far. Sako against Sarr. Sako. Oof. Well, the keeper went the right way. Just couldn't quite get there in time. It doesn't matter how you score them, as long as it hits the net. Just enough of a check in the step there to keep the keeper honest. As I say, in the playoffs yesterday, both Mozambique and Uganda, who won their penalty shootouts, 100% from the spot. So that's what it's going to take here. you suspect, for either of these sides to move through to the semi-finals. Lovely spot kick from Emil Sadio. Sent the keeper the wrong way. Hit the side netting as well. Always satisfying. In three very good spot kicks so far.
I want you to be on the line, not behind the line. You have to be on the line, not behind. Yes? Last time.
Oh, Sarr just being warned not to be behind the line. Some keepers will try and be slightly behind so they can then step on the line and then dive forwards a little bit, just try and cut down the angle as much as they can. So, Salia Diarra. What's going on here?
I told you, be on the line, okay? Yes, be on the line. When you go back, I'm going to show you the card, you go out, okay? Be on the line.
Oh, the referee. Well, it looked like he had his toes on the line there. Sarr, not enough for the referee, and he's been threatened with a red card. That would make things interesting. So, Diarra against Sarr. The whistle's gone. Smashes it into the side netting. No chance for Sarr there. 4 very good penalties. Senegal and Mali, 2 apiece in this shootout to see who moves through to the semi-finals of the Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. A few more people from the, I think, leaving the Morocco game, just stopping by this pitch now to watch this shootout. To Ibrahima Sow. Up next for Senegal. Sow against Diarra. Bit of a stutter in the lineup. Oh, well, it was in the corner. It had to be as well. It wasn't the most powerful of spot kicks, but the keeper still couldn't get there in time. Senegal still in the box seat every time. Mali having to reply to a perfectly hit penalty. Now Amadou Doumbia. Big stutter on the runner. Oh no, and he's clattered that one over the crossbar. Could that be the moment for Senegal? Didn't look confident, did he? He's just lofted it. And he's trying to drive that into the top corner. Just never looked like he convinced himself, did he? The Senegal very much in the box seat now. So up comes Amadou Kane. Sorry, Amadou Kane. Really should pronounce that one properly, shouldn't I? Kane. If he can put this one in, Mali will have to score their next one or they will be out. No pressure. Kane composes himself. Oh, and that's a good save from the keeper. It was low, but not quite enough into the corner. Not a bad penalty, certainly if the keeper goes the wrong way. But he's gone low, gone for placement rather than power. Didn't get it into the corner. And that gave a Cheek Diarra time to get across and make the first save, at least, of this penalty shootout. Now then, Abubakar Maiga. Hadn't been on for long. Second half substitute. Ooh, now. I think we've had a challenge there from the Senegal bench. I think they're going to check to see if the goalkeeper has remained on his line. I mean, certainly at the point he made the save, he was a long way off the line. This shouldn't take too long. Well, he's clearly on the line there, surely. This would be the second Senegal challenge gone. They'd have no more left if this one doesn't come up trumps for them. What you really need to look at there is the camera on the right. Is it? No, not quite. Well, the referees are not taking too much time on that one. And again, regretfully, my lip reading skills are not quite up to scratch, I'm afraid. I think the save has been allowed to stand. Oh, next up, Abubakar Maiga against Hassan Sarr. Maiga, oh, brilliant save, tipped over the bar. Brilliant save from Sarr. Just when Mali thought they were going to get back on level terms, Sarr with a strong hand there, strong wrist, deflecting that one over the bar. And now, next man up for Senegal. If he scores, they're through to the semi-finals. That graphic is not correct, by the way. As the fourth Senegal penalty should be shown with a red blob there. There's a lot of confusion. So, apologies for the graphic. Meanwhile, Seger and Bodji. They started the first game. Their loss against South Africa, been coming off the bench since then. Oh, now we're going to have another check then, this time thrown by Mali. Again, nothing to lose at this stage. You can't see anything from the left-hand camera because the forward leg is in the way. It looks like the other foot is on the line. His foot, see the right foot there, clearly on the line. As the ball is kicked, so surely safe stands. I think a little shake of the head there from the referee. And the Senegalese, as you might expect, rather happy with that one. So then, Seger and Bodji. Generation foot winger, 16 years of age. with an opportunity here to put the young Lions of Teranga into the semi-finals. Well, Mbodji won't have enjoyed the extra weight, that's for certain. In American football, doing something like that would be called icing the kicker, disturbing his rhythm. Now, if Mali managed to do that here, Mbodji against Diarra, the Senegalese knows the successful spot kick here. And his side are through to the semi-finals to take on hosts at Morocco, which is sure to be an emotional game. Mbodji curves his run up, sends the keeper the wrong way, and Senegal are through to the semi-finals. Well, there are the celebrations. And the young Lions of Teranga, despite playing at the majority of the game with 10 men and having their lead chalked back in the 90th minute to force this penalty shootout, are through to the semi-finals. They will take on Morocco in the Moulay El Hassan Stadium in 4 days' time on Thursday night. Did they deserve it? Well, Mali never really looked like scoring until they did. Then again, Senegal didn't exactly create a lot of chances themselves, even when they did have 11 men on the pitch. And the fans, well, they won't care. Hassan Sarr won't care either. That second save he made against Abubakar Maiga, absolutely sensational, with the outstretched arm and the solid wrist to push it over the bar. That's where the game was ultimately won. So after a 1-1 draw in normal time, it's Senegal that go through 4-2 on penalties here for what is sure to be a highly charged game against Morocco in 4 days' time in the semi-final.
Ladies and gentlemen, TotalEnergies A Africa Club of Nations.
So these two West African neighbours. It was a tight game, no real surprise there that Hassan Sarr made the man of the match. Had to be, really, after those saves in the penalty shootout. No one else really shone for Senegal. Soumen Faye, their goal scorer from the penalty spot, also went off injured as well. Let's see what the man of the match has to say.
En plus, je félicite mon équipe et surtout mon défenseur. C'est un contentement aussi. Et le travail continue.
Merci, félicitations.
Ok, merci beaucoup.
Well, Hassan Sarr delighted for his side. They'll have their work cut out, though, against a Moroccan side unbeaten in this tournament so far.